So I've had quite a lot of sloths recently. I think my grand total is pushing 75 at this point. That's more a reflection on the number of hours I've played rather than sloth being any less rare. But I wanted to kind of sum up all of the different runs in one video. And the way I'm going to do that is by talking about the sloth bucket list. So I'm showing some old footage in the background. This has already been on the channel. And this is me angling a sloth. So when I say sloth bucket list, I kind of mean all the unusual occurrences that you want to see that involve sloth. And there are some pretty simple ones. So here we've got an example of me angling the sloth. Another one that I thought of, I couldn't find the clip. I've definitely had it before, is getting a sloth instead of a golden retriever. But of course, there are a whole load of other different things, either unusual things that you can do with the sloth or, very rare occurrences that, when they happen, you almost can't believe it. So yeah, in this particular game, I managed to angle the sloth and we got two of them from the anglerfish. And I ended up buying 2 sloths and running them side by side. I've had quite a lot of opportunities to angle a sloth, and I think only 1 or 2 of them have actually worked. So here's another example. This has also been on the channel before, and I will link a bunch of other videos so that this isn't as a 20-30 minute video. I'll link some of the other unusual sloth games I've had in the description. But this was putting sloth inside beluga, and of course you can also get a level 3 sloth by putting it inside a level 3 beluga and pilling it. I'm not sure I've seen any videos on YouTube of people actually achieving a level 3 sloth win going that method. I guess it must be possible. But of course, when you pill the beluga, it's only going to be a 3-3. And in this particular game, I was in golden pack, so there isn't any pill. But the sloth does pop out of the beluga, and it's just kind of funny to see. And then here's some clips I borrowed from other people. Haps kindly let me show this one. So this is an old one. This can't happen anymore. But this was sloth being overwritten by squirrel. So the meat bone there appeared and wiped the sloth from existence. And then this one I've borrowed from Troubadour. And this is getting 2 sloths in the same game. So you can see he's already got the sloth behind the camel. And then he's about to roll a second one. So rolling 2 sloths in one game is absolutely insane. And actually, even crazier than that, someone in the official Discord the other day posted a clip showing getting 2 sloths on back-to-back rolls, which is just mind-boggling. That must be something like 1 in a million. So now we're on to some actual recent footage, and actually, maybe I should say first, let me know in the comments if you can think of other unusual occurrences or things to look out for with that involve a sloth. I'll give some more examples later when we get to them, but this is a game that happened recently. I can't remember exactly which particular build I was going for, but the pack was not set up in a very conducive way to getting a level 3 sloth win. I think it might have actually been a whale chicken that I was going for, which unfortunately means that there are basically no scalers in the pack because everything is set up for assuming that you're going to get the chicken scaling going, and then all the other pets in the shop are going to have strong abilities. So you can see here, turn 11, we're trying to get by. We've got the sloth 2.33. We buy the pizza. I think we probably got some scaling from the stingray onto the reindeer. And we're having the pug make the lynx level 3. I've got angler there. I think, actually, probably I was trying to do 5 of a kinds using anglerfish. Maybe that will be a video in the future. But yeah, not really ideal setup for a sloth run. And in the end, we get matched with leopard monkey anyway, so it's GG's. The reindeer doesn't have enough health there compared to the leopard. Yeah, that one never really had a chance. So we then start another game. And yeah, I'm just going to play this one from the beginning. Of course, it's still the same pack. because I've just clicked play again, and I'm back to going for the chicken run. So yeah, maybe you can tell where this is going. But while we wait, I guess I'll talk about some of the other things on the bucket list. So there's been a few recently. Like I said, I'll put them in the description. One of them was pill sloth, which yeah, I think if you're a relatively new player, the idea of doing that is maybe a little bit offensive to you because you've probably had to wait a long time even to see a sloth. But when you've had as many as I have, you're always looking for new ways to make a sloth run feel memorable, especially since most of the time you know you're going to lose. I guess it depends how you play, but because I'm always going for challenges, generally speaking, I'm always in a bad position when I end up getting the sloth. That's not entirely true. There have been some runs where I could have won under certain circumstances. And of course, at the top of the bucket list is the level 3 sloth, which I still don't have. I'm not counting Scooty's Weekly. People always say, didn't you just get it in Scooty's Weekly? And I always say the same thing to them. That weekly was rigged in order to make it very, very easy to get a level 3 sloth. And I want to get it naturally. I definitely understand why other people went for the ribbon when it was offered. Mainly because, if you don't play the game all that much, you're not going to be seeing as many sloths. In fact, you can easily go months without seeing one, even when you play the game as much as I do. But actually, recently I've had so many of them that I don't know what to do with them all. And we're closing in on another one in this particular clip. But yeah, there was something else I wanted to mention, which is in the official Discord, and I've never taken part in this, but I don't know if it's still running, but at one stage they had a list of sloth bounties. So the idea was you had to find a sloth, and then you would pill it, or you would roll past it, or sell it, or you would do something atypical as we find another sloth here. And so that kind of ticks something off the bucket list for me. This was something I'd seen other people do. I've definitely seen Sag get this. I'll link to his video if I can find it. And that is back-to-back sloth games. So this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I've had a couple of games where I found multiple sloths on the same day, but that was, there were gaps between them. Whereas in this one, it's just game 1, game 2, and it's sloth in both games. And you can see that the final team I end up with here is very similar. We're just reusing the same pets as before. Skunk, lynx. This time we've got mantis shrimp instead of reindeer. I'm not sure if I could have won this battle with a different spread of snipes or even just tied it. But at turn 14, we still need 5 trophies. There's just no way. There was a time when lynx, a bunch of lynx plus skunk could probably win in arena, but the scaling at this point is so extreme that it's very, very unlikely to do anything. And I probably didn't have Wolverine in the pack anyway. So there was just a little clip at the end showing the back-to-back runs in the replays. And then here's some other sloth-related clips. So this one is a turn 1 tier 2 bat that went incredibly poorly. And I actually faced this bison level 3 fish team with the sloth, and I lose to them. So kind of embarrassing when you're losing to a sloth team, but I guess that one did start out with a 1-2 solo pet. And then here's another one. This is me facing a turn 1 sloth. Now this doesn't happen very often at all. And we get the win there. I hope that person managed to take that sloth all the way. So this one now, I was back playing Griffin, or playing for Griffin. So we're stacking up mandrills and guinea pigs. Although I think I'm not going to get what I want out of this guinea pig, which is no surprise, as we face Hawker P. And I think we are going to tie, which was very nice, having the frigate bird at the back there. So I think, I'm going to level the guinea pigs here. I think that was this. I think I must have had a stoat turn into a guinea pig at some point. That's why I had an extra one there. And we Water of Youth twice, and we end up with another mandrill. So not much use. Of course, going for this, you're always looking for stoat or spider. I guess you can use a stork as well. So, you have a decent chance of hitting one of them. But we don't get it this time. And oftentimes I would just kind of give up at this point, sell everything and automatically lose. But I then roll a sloth here with this basically unwinnable position of having all mandrills on the team. So I bring in the sloth and I freeze the chocolate. Although what I'm going to do with the chocolate, I don't know, because the game is already over. So I shouldn't have even really bothered with the crow there. And the sloth does manage to get a kill, so he's trying his best. But I think, I realised that the crow was pointless. I unfreeze the crow, and then I unfreeze the chocolate and then freeze another crow. So bizarre. But then we roll double Water of Youth, and so I decide just to Water of Youth the sloth to see what happens. And of course, it doesn't do anything. It just converts it into another tier 1. It would be kind of cool if Water of Youthing a sloth or any token turned it into another token. I don't know if that would be a little bit... maybe it would make it a bit too easy to get some of the secret achievements. But yeah, it would be interesting if something unusual happened when you did that. Of course, I had to give it a try myself. Now here's another sloth I had. There's a couple more runs recently where I had a sloth and it was just a complete disaster. So here's turn 10, 3 trophies, 1 heart. And we match with the summon team, no chance at all. I mean, we didn't really have a chance against anything there. I think that one I might have actually tried to scale the sloth with dromedary or something. There was one of these games where I spent ages scaling the sloth up with dromedary, and it was just a waste of time. So this one, we've actually got a half decent summon team. So I think what I'm going to do is bring in the phoenix with the mushroom, and then sell the stilt and bring in the octopus. Maybe because we've got 2 of them, I'm not sure. Yeah, you could... I think Phoenix, given that we want to extend the game, is probably the smartest decision here. But the octopus and the phoenix both have 8 health. And we're about to face level 2 dolphin. And it decides to kill the phoenix instead of the octopus. I could be wrong, but I think if that doesn't happen, if the octopus gets sniped, then this could end up being a win or a tie, but in the end it's a loss. So I think if I'd bought the Nyala instead of the octopus, I would have been okay there. And then lastly, we've got this really fun clip from I Am Uncreative, which was sent into the Discord. And you can see here, I think this was a weekly pack. They get matched with opposing sloth. They've got a bunch of birds of paradise. And this was a weekly that had anglerfish in it. So you can see the angler in the shop, birds of paradise get combined, and the angler gets brought in, results in a sloth. And we're going to do a bit of buy selling here with the rice from the seagull, which is partly why the team is looking so beefy. And then mongoose with peanut comes in, and after a little bit more buy selling for the birds, the 1-1 sloth is going to join the squad. I think, is everything going to get to 50-50 here? Not quite, but pretty close. Of course, the sloth is free, so you don't have to save any gold for it. So it's 1-1 sloth with peanut. And what's the opponent going to be? It is 100-100 behemoth with lemon. So the sloth one-shots the behemoth, and that gets the win for the team. Unbelievably satisfying to watch that. So let me know in the comments what other things are on your sloth bucket list other than getting the ribbon.